Hello, welcome back to another video on the channel. It's been a while, it's been I think about probably like 20 days, almost 3 weeks since I've uploaded, something like that. And basically today what we're going to be doing is, to ease us back into it, we're going to be watching a couple of replays of me and TRK or Turk playing ones today. It was a couple of hours ago actually. Basically he was asking me to warm him up for a show match he was going to play, and so I did that. So these are just a couple of games. I'm going to talk for the first 3 or 5 minutes, just going to be talking about where I've been, what's been going on, and then I'll be looking through the games for you guys and hopefully analysing them and just showing you guys some good gameplay. So let's get into it. But yeah, like I said, for the first few minutes just going to be talking about obviously where I kind of disappeared off to. For those who, for those who follow me closely, you'll probably be following my Twitter, all these other socials, and probably would have seen outside the game I've been having. Look at that, almost own goal. Oh yeah, I have to say, look at this, look at these saves. Nuts. No, it wasn't that good, but it was just a weird sequence there. But yeah, outside the game, I've been dealing with a few personal issues recently. Unfortunately, I don't mind talking about this stuff, but unfortunately I had a friend, pretty good friend of mine, that passed away mid-regional 1, as some of you will have seen on my Twitter, and that wasn't good. So obviously I had to, take a bit of a break for that, and it kind of just, I had a lot of issues going on outside the game. I wasn't really happy for a while, and it kind of just started off a chain reaction and everything spiraled down a bit, and I just kind of got into a really bad state of mind and a really negative state of mind, which wasn't good at all. But we are slowly making progress, and we, like, the past few days, what day is it? It's Tuesday. The past I'd say 4 or 5 days, perhaps even 6, I've been feeling a lot better, which is definitely good. But before then, it was very bad. I was feeling quite low, to be honest, with no energy at all, whilst also paired with having a lot of college work that I needed to get done, but I couldn't feel like I felt like I couldn't do it at all because of having such low energy. So it was a bit of like just a rough period. It was a bit annoying really, and I had to just step away from Rocket League for a bit, to be honest, because all of you that know me, you guys have hopefully you guys know me as quite hard working in this game. I have 2 channels which I try to upload consistently on, at least the main channel I upload consistently on, perhaps not the second channel so much, but I'm working on it. I stream on Twitch sometimes for 3 hours, like every day. I get into periods of doing that. I'm not claiming to be always 12 hours a day, but I play a lot of the game as well, and I do a lot in this game. I try to make the most out of it, as you guys know, and I think that led to kind of neglecting other parts of my life, I think, a little bit too much, but it was worth it. I don't regret it. It got me very far, working a lot harder than other people, but I kind of had to stop that. I think I was leading a very unbalanced life, and so I had to kind of like unbalance it and find that middle ground. I had to kind of unbalance it the other way and take a little bit of a step back. So I stopped uploading for a little bit because I couldn't play the game. It was not a priority. When you have something like that event that happened, happen, and it leads to triggering other things. There are more important things in this game, and that kind of made me realise it. So I'm also going to be talking about the regionals and stuff and stuff like that. But yes, I had to take a step away from the game and from YouTube and from streaming in general, and so obviously me taking a step away from the game also meant from just playing in general by myself. So obviously we still had scrims, which is like team practice. I was still practicing with my team, but that's 2 hours a day. Outside of that, I really wasn't playing, so you can imagine I was on very low hours compared to what I usually am on, because I'm quite a high hours player. I always have very high hours, or typically, when in a normal state. And so I couldn't do that at all. Had to just kind of, there was more important things. I didn't really care, to be honest, and I couldn't. And everyone around me understood that. And it's not a bad thing that happened. It has to happen at some point. But I really couldn't care at all, because it wasn't a priority. It shouldn't have been a priority. It wasn't wrong at all. So I had to do that, unfortunately. So that was so obviously Regional 1. I know a lot of you are Dig fans. You're going to be wondering what's been going on with us. So I want to give a little bit of an explanation. Obviously, Regional 1, completely my fault. Well, the situation happened. I found out mid-series of the first series. It wasn't ideal. It wasn't good timing. And from then on, I think I kind of like, I don't even remember the other games, because I think I kind of wiped out my memory of it. I think I like a little bit of blanked out. I just I couldn't focus at all. I didn't want to focus. I couldn't care. Everyone understood it wasn't a good situation. It shouldn't have been a good situation. And we end up losing. Like I said, it wasn't my main focus at the time. It's unfortunate. We all want to win so badly, but there are other things that come first, unfortunately. So that happened, and then for the next 2 weeks I was in a very low state, unfortunately, like I talked about, and so I wasn't really grinding as well. And I think that leads to, once one person in the team does it, everyone starts experiencing low motivation. So I think that was happening a little bit too much, and no one, everyone could have grinded more, everyone could be trying more, but again, there are things going on outside that were more important to me. Sometimes people don't realise. They just see you start streaming or press record and start recording, and it's bigger than that. There are other things that are going on. So unfortunately I had to, like I kept talking about, I had to be on lower hours, and that led to all of us kind of doing it, and a couple of rough periods, and it just wasn't working out. So obviously Regional 2 didn't go too well, but we've said, obviously we're probably not going to make the London Major. We still can though. Obviously, let me go to the other replay. We most likely aren't at the moment. We're not in a good position, but we still can. So we're going to be giving our all. We're going to be really grinding, especially me, because nowadays, recently, I'm feeling a lot happier and a lot more motivated to grind again and get into this, get into the groove again. So we're all going to be doing that. And to be honest, throughout the whole period, we were still looking good in scrims. But obviously, when you're on low hours, you can never really translate it properly to a tournament, because it's just high pressure situations. You're never going to deal well when you're not really playing the game too much anyway. So that was, I'll take full responsibility of that. I don't mind. Like I keep saying, there are just other things that are bigger, and I had to prioritise those first. Everyone around me understands. Hopefully you guys do. And people, a lot of people say I'm sorry to the fans for this, for that. And I take a little bit of a different approach to it. I'm not going to apologise to the fans for having, bad performances, because it's not, I don't care what fans think about me in pro play, do you know what I mean? In RCS, if they think I'm bad, if they think I'm good, it does not, genuinely, it does not, I don't care. And perhaps of course I want to be known as a good player, but if people think I'm bad, if fans think I'm bad, it doesn't really matter to me. What matters to me with fans is that if I put out content that they enjoy, it makes their days better, and if I don't do that, it makes their days worse. So I will apologise for not uploading on YouTube. It is something I had to do though, but I hope you guys do understand. It was kind of vital for me to do that. I couldn't, if I carried on playing 80 hours of Rocket League every 2 weeks or 90 hours and uploading daily on this channel, streaming for the last, if I did that for the last 4 weeks, I promise you I would not be playing this game in about 4 months time, because it would have just completely burnt out and completely just disintegrated other parts of my life. It was not healthy at all. So yeah, and yeah, that's kind of everything I have to say. Obviously we're going to be uploading again. We're feeling good. Tomorrow daily uploads are back, going to be streaming, going to be doing all that good stuff. Still got a lot of college work I need to get done, but I am finished with college soon. Hopefully in 2 weeks I'll be completely full-time with Rocket League, so I can dedicate good time to this game and lead a healthier life, a more balanced life, rather than, because obviously the past 2 years of my life all been Rocket League, and it paid off. I did a lot of work, it paid off. I had to catch up to a lot of the pros, because only starting to go pro 2 years ago, so I had to do a lot of hard work and a lot of players to catch up, and it paid off. But now I need to find that balance, and I have done a lot better in the past couple of weeks to find that balance. But yeah, going into Regional 3 and London Major, obviously Regional 3, I think if we win, we probably make it. If we don't, we don't. And that's just the way it is for the split. But we want to be doing that good performance, hopefully qualify for the Major. If not, I'll still be there. I'll still be watching as a fan. And yeah, and we'll be looking towards Worlds. Hopefully we still qualify and we can show up there and practice for that tournament instead. But yeah, that's been what's been happening a couple of weeks. For those who are wondering, or last 4 weeks, for those who are wondering where I've been and whatnot. But yeah, let's get into these games. Obviously, I've been talking for 10 minutes. I said 5 minutes at the start. I need my editor to leave Caleb leave a note at the start of the video that it wasn't 5 minutes, it was 10. But these games, they're quite good considering. Again, let me quickly check. I'm only on 50 hours in 2 weeks. I'm only the past 3 days I've been trying to get that up. I was on around 35 or 40. Only the past few days I've been trying to get that up, and so I was actually feeling quite good in these 2-1s games. Obviously it's a warm-up, guys. You know, TRK is trying to warm up for a tournament. He's not going to be completely warmed up perhaps, but beating TRK, I think he's an amazing player, so I'll take it any day. There were some good games, to be fair, some pretty good gameplay. I was just kind of trying to play a good challenge game in these games, as you guys could hopefully tell. I was sticking quite close to the ball. I wasn't really giving him too much space, allowing him to create that attack, because if there's one player that you guys don't want to let have the ball and space and boost, it's this guy right here, and he's crazy. He's just such an adaptable player, and I could talk about TRK all day. I think he's one of the best players in the game. I think he has the talent to be like the most well-rounded player. And I've said this for years, like even before we were both trying to go pro, when we were on PS4, you could just tell there was something different about this guy. We were always similar ranked. We always played twos together. I've always said this, right, is that I think, obviously I've not been counting, but I think when I was on PS4, what a flick by him, by the way. He got so much power so quickly with that. But when I was on PS4, me and him would play twos like quite a decent amount. I think we probably played around 100 twos games together. I couldn't think of one that we lost. Like thinking back, we were unstoppable in twos together on PS4. It was crazy, and we obviously had cross platform on, so we were playing PC players and we were just dominating everyone. It was so good. I've always loved playing with this guy, and he never really used to play ones, so I never had the chance to play him too much. But obviously when he moved to PC, he just started dominating in the ones leaderboard, and now he's just good at everything. You know, he's a bit of a beast. Have I met him? No, I have met him. Of course I've met him, yeah. Yeah, of course I've met him. I was forgetting that I couldn't remember whether it was him or Khaled that didn't go to the first LAN. Wait, was he there at the first LAN? Yeah, of course he was. Yeah, Senzo, Ahmad, TRK, yeah. I'm stupid. But yeah, he's a really nice guy as well. Really good opponents play, but obviously the clock's winding down. And hopefully you guys have enjoyed the gameplay whilst I've been given a little bit of a background on, you know, recent events and update and on the channel and whatnot. But like I said, going to be uploading hopefully every day on this channel, and I want to start to do nicer videos, better videos, and like I've got some ideas. I'm looking forward to going full time and hopefully having more time to put content out for you guys. Can I keep the ball up on 0 seconds? I wanted to get a flip set here, but TRK's challenged me. But that's going to be the 2 games, guys. Obviously, a little bit of a different video. Obviously, I've been away from YouTube for quite a few weeks now, so I wanted to give a little bit of a, easing you guys into it again and kind of explaining everything and hopefully giving you a bit of an update of what's going to be happening with this channel. Obviously, for those who weren't listening, I'm going to be uploading again, like I said. daily, hopefully. And we'll be getting back onto the grind. But if you enjoyed this, and if you want to leave some support, then go comment, go like, go subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. Check out the second channel, check out all the socials in the description, and I'll see you guys later. Take care.